welcome to the
Brodies
and we're back.
at the Brodies.
A bunch of bros.
On the Zoom.
In gallery view.
Yeah. We want to come back to you wonderful peoples out there in the Brodosphere to bring you back another wonderful episode of the Brodies for the new year. We are social distancing. The numbers are going kind of big, even though that's not the reason why we're on the Zoom.
I was going to say that has not stopped us since this whole ordeal has started.
Oh man, but it is. I do want to say that the numbers are going up, and I've taken like 3 COVID tests in the last few weeks. You know what I'm saying? It's been very interesting of getting my nose swabbed so many times. Have y'all changed y'all minds on whether or not to get that vaccine there, guys?
I don't want the vaccine just yet. I'd rather see some more tests get out and how the side effects kick in before I have to get it. I know at some point as teachers, me and you, Brown, I know that our time is coming to an end. So
I'm not rushing to get it because I truly think it's going to be around every year like the flu, if I'm my honest opinion. I really think it's going to be like flu season, corona season. So, and I haven't had a flu shot in about 3-4 years. So probably not. And then either way, I'm married to a teacher, so I should be fine, right? That's how I'm looking at it.
You sound like them niggas who check their STD test based upon what their girls say. Oh, you clear? Then we clear.
You ain't got nothing. I ain't got nothing.
I mean,
No bueno.
I mean, there's some validity to it. Just saying.
How about you, B?
I'm still in wait and see mode. My mom had to get it because she works at GW.
Okay.
And so she did get it, and I mean, she feels okay.
Did she get all like? Because I know it's like in 3 doses, I believe.
Well, the one that she took, it's only 2.
Okay.
So she gets. I forgot when she has to go back to take a second one, but yeah, she got it, and I don't know. I'm still in wait and see mode.
It's just weird to me because with most vaccines, it's like they give you the disease to create the antibodies, and in this one, it's like you're not giving me COVID to create the antibodies. So I'm just like, I'm not a scientist, but
from what I understand, the reason why they didn't have to go through that type of testing or varying is that they had so much information on previous versions of COVID, from what I understand. And then they had a lot of people willing to invest to speed the testing up to make it happen a little bit quicker. Now, I don't know where any of these investors came from, but yeah.
But you know what else is a coronavirus? The common cold. Can you get rid of that shit too? I add it. Can you get to work on that? Because that shit's just annoying. Get rid of the common cold. That shit is the worst. With that being said, I'm Mr. Brown.
Hello.
Cass.
Steve Trevor.
Trash ass movie. And today we're going to talk to you about the 13th month of 2020 because we don't want to bring any of this bad juju into the new year. I don't know how long we could be living in 2020. It might just go on our collective memories. It went from 2020 to 2022 because I don't want no parts of this because this 13th month it's starting off with a bang.
Literally.
Month is a bang.
Shit, when I found out that Doom died, I was like, all right, 2021 just you just want to do some stuff.
That nigga been dead for months.
I know, but just the fact that they held on to that until New Year's, I was like, first of all, your camp, that's impressive, like that it didn't leak out. And I just think that's in a weird way, I think that is Doom, but I also think that's just dope to be like, yo, like, I'm past today, but don't tell nobody until this date.
Yeah, it's fitting for Doom, who sent imposters to rap his verses at concerts. He probably sent someone else to lay in the grave for him. Like, nah, nigga, I ain't even gonna show up for that. That's
Bury me. Now I'm good. Bury somebody else.
So in this 13th month, we do got to cover some things that happen in. Oh yeah, nigga, nah. 13th.
Are we really calling this the 13th month?
This the 13th month. So in the 12th month, I did a thing. I also realized that someone has now blocked me on social media, but we will not refer to.
It happens. It happens to the best of us.
The haters gonna hate, but I'm like, probably got a reason.
I don't think that's a hater's gonna hate. I think it's just like, okay.
Oh. So America, if you don't know, I'm talking to you now. My Brodies know because they known for quite some time that I was thinking about doing this. I popped the question. I got engaged. Your boy is hopping back in the saddle and he's going to get married again. Surprise, surprise. And that's probably why I got blocked by a certain person. Like, oh, nigga, you getting married now? Huh? Now you okay with marriage? Really, nigga? Really?
I'm just going to go off on a limb here. Is this like a buddy or what do you call a cuddy buddy type of scenario?
Nigga said cuddy buddy. That's funny. That's funny.
It might have been more than that.
That was a good song, though. That was a good song, though.
Okay, well, then we don't have to say anymore. I was just being nosy.
Cuddy Buddy's a great song.
No, it's fine to be nosy. And like, I understand. I was in a bad space, Brian. I was in a bad space. And,
it happens.
And then I found out maybe it wasn't me, it was you. No, that's not the proper term that they use. You know how the saying goes. So
it's not you.
It's just not the right fit. You try to put the square in the round hole, it don't fit. So I got engaged. Should I explain how I did it, or?
I mean, that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Well, what was the process like of like redoing?
We should have invited her on the show so we could get her version too.
Oh no, she don't want to do all that. We already. She said I just wanted to be with her. All right, so this is how it happened, people. I'm about to do it like Kevin Hart. So this is how it went down. Of course, Brodies, y'all knew I purchased the ring for quite some time. Showed y'all the ring and everything.
Beautiful ring.
And my initial plan was to do it around Christmas, but I did a lot of traveling, so I knew I wasn't going to be around till about December 27th to actually celebrate the Christmas. So I'll try to make it right. And so she's not one to be on big display. I don't put all eyes on her. So I was like, how can I make it romantic and intimate and sweet with all the people, but trying to find it in the time and everything like that. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna do it during Christmas because I had purchased a whole bunch of like gifts that didn't quite work out. I tried to buy this Louis Vuitton bag. Do you realize Louis Vuitton bags cost a lot of money?
Yeah.
Why'd you even think that? Like, what were you doing?
I don't even know why that. I mean, I know why she's worth it, but I thought you had a full awareness.
But the fact that you was like, yo, I'm gonna go in there thinking it's gonna be easy and cool.
Yeah,
like
for the Negroes who follow this here program, Negroes, did y'all know Louis Vuitton bags are the equivalent of 2 PS5s? Did you know that? Not one, but 2 of them things.
Maybe 2 video games too.
Said 2 video games.
But anyway, so I tried to get this Louis Vuitton bag. It was sold out. So like, look it down. Then I went to this black company, purchased this traveling bag set, really nice, with a matching book bag with the personalized name tags on December 5th. I don't want to call this company out because I want them to continue to do well and prosper because they're a black company. But I bought this on December 5th. When do you think said packaging should arrive if I put my order in on December 5th?
No later than the 15th.
It depends on what did you pay for shipping. Like, because some websites...
I expedited, my nigga. Keep going.
All right, then you should have got it within a week. You should have got it within a week. Mm-hmm. If I expedited, I want it within a week.
7 to 10 business days, right?
Wait, you said you got it on the 5th?
On the 5th, yeah. I purchased it on the 5th.
What day of the week is that? Because that plays a part too.
So, okay.
Saturday? So that, all right.
So 7 to 10 business days. I know I've ordered on the weekend, so you got to do X, Y, and Z, whatever. They ain't give me a call until this 13th month of 2020. They say, hey, yo, I got them bags you wanted. We ain't got no more of the large ones. You want an extra large? I'm like, yes, nigga, I want an extra large. You should have been.
Nigga, I want whatever you got. Give it to me.
You should have been giving me these goddamn bags. Nigga, what you talking about? All right, let me go ahead and send you them tracking numbers. Like, yo. So anyway, so that didn't come through. So I'm looking real silly. But I had bought. Oh man. Let's see. Make sure I gotta look around who listening. Nah, they listen. Listen. So I bought a book with a secret compartment in it, right? You know, and it has a little code in it. I could change the code to the date that we first started dating. I was like, bam, boop, 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 boop. And so I was like, hey, I got you. I know that all the gifts didn't come through, but I decided to get you a special gift so you can hide your goods and stuff like that. Something that's very practical. I presented it as a very practical gift. And she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You got me a very practical gift. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. I can use this to hide some stuff if I need to be hidden. You know what I'm saying? You know, because, you know, we got the Thule now. You might want to put bullets in there or something. I don't know.
True.
You know, got to do what you got to do. And so she opens it up, and I had took the ring out the box because the box wasn't closed completely in it. So I put it in a little velvety pouch. And so she opens up like, oh, that's nice. And she closes the book back and like, thank you. And gives me a hug. And I'm like,
motherfucker, if you don't open that pouch.
That handed the book was like, yo, did you see that little pouch in there? It's like, oh yeah, I saw it. I guess it just comes with the almost like it's like the dang crystals that keep the moisture out of your packaging. And I'm like, yo. So I pulled it out and I was like, dropped down on that knee. And I was like, I know I don't always have all the words to tell you how much you mean to me, but hopefully we will spend the time sharing memories, love, joy, and will you do me the honor of being my wife? And, you know, of course, smooches and all that kind of stuff, cool beans and everything like that. And yay. And then I also had bought with the ring some diamond earrings.
Oh, you bought.
And so I gave the diamond earrings to my soon-to-be stepdaughter because she's also accepted me into her life. So she too should get a gift. So I gave her some diamond earrings. Hopefully she still has some diamond earrings. Ain't lost them already. But you know.
Oh, wow.
But you know, because if it's a family thing, you know, gotta, you know,
incorporate the family.
God dang it, Brown. That is the sweetest thing.
You want to cry?
No.
You gonna cry? Oh,
no.
Cry?
Nigga. Rub that eye.
Okay.
That is extremely sweet.
I
didn't tell us. You didn't tell us that part. I didn't know you were going to do that to the
I'm
your daughter.
Sweet when I want to be. I'm not always a bitter man.
I'm starting to realize that. That's really that's nice.
Yeah, that's very dope of you, Brown, to one, propose, but then two, you know, present, you know, your stepdaughter with the gift as well. Because if you marry her, you're marrying
the
her
daughter
and the daughter. You know, so kudos to you, man. That shows a lot about you as a person, your character. So I couldn't be happy for you, man. Truly.
Guess what else I did, Slim? I cooked dinner for the family.
Oh shit!
I cooked dinner for the family. I marinated some. It was some pork tenderloin. You know, did a little sauteed up in there, make sure it was nice and juicy. Then, you know, made pressure cooked it made a little sauce with some rice and broccoli. You know, I got the rice. You know how the game goes.
Nigga love rice. Nigga love.
It was so good that they was like, "Oh, you cook it again tomorrow." I'm like, "Wait a minute, niggas."
Don't push your luck now. Don't push it.
Man,
it's only good when I like to do this.
That is adorable. Man. That is really beautiful. Wow, 2 Brodies are engaged. That is crazy.
Who's next?
Oh, it's definitely going to be.
So you put out the rock paper scissors, like, all right.
Is it on 3?
On 3.
Yeah,
okay.
It's on 3.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
God
damn. It's not on 3. That's not 0-3.
Well, it worked. He lost. Brian lost.
Still lose. I don't like playing those games with Slim because I always lose.
Yeah, you do. So, Brian, B. Anthony.
Yes.
It is the 13th month, so you might can delay it. Have you gone on any dates?
No.
He said that like, nigga, no.
You had a whole 6 days. You had plenty of time.
I had plenty of time to
explore.
Yeah. No, not at all.
I'm just getting on you, man. I told you probably until about June.
I went back and listened to that episode, by the way, and it was actually more structured and very informative the more that I listened to it. So yeah, I really do treasure all of the words of wisdom that you guys offered. That being said, I'm definitely taking my time with it, but yeah.
So, respect it. Any text messages you've been sprinkling out there?
No.
Sending some DMs.
Hey, this what you're gonna do, Brian. Send them last episode and just say, hey, listen to my podcast episode. Tell me what you think. It's sliding in.
No, not yet. But we'll see what happens. The year is young. The impossible is happening. You know, capital
is the year young, or is 2020 just going very long?
Yeah, 2020 is just very long.
Either way, this is a new journey around the sun. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, no.
Shit.
Yay, relationship.
I might not even celebrate birthday this year. Like, nah, nigga, I'm the same age I was last year because this year don't exist. Like, how old are you? I'm 36, nigga.
You're just going to be 36 for the rest of your days.
Yeah. Well, at least another year. Another year I'll be 36. There ain't no birthday this year. All that stuff is done. But in the meantime, America, we do want to say like this. I wish I had like the controls so I could control the cameras, like where it just make my screen come up on the screen. But nah, we ain't doing all that.
You can do that. Do you want me to make you co-host with that?
Nah, I ain't doing all that. That's extra stuff.
You can have the power.
I don't need that kind of power, Brian. I will only use it for nefarious means. I done told people that. That's why I can't sing like an angel. I would still be single now, America. If I could sing beautifully, I would be Trey Songz. I would be Mr.
With or without the urination thing that he does.
Oh wow. That's
Brian.
That's interesting. I mean,
all the pee will be going everywhere. You getting the kind of love that I'm getting as Trey Songz, nigga. You don't think I'll be into some freaky stuff? I done tried everything, baby. I gotta get that new love, nigga. You wild.
Literally, I'm pretty sure Trey Songz has tried everything, so he's just like, I just need to do stuff to see if I feel something now.
Yeah, everything. Do a skydiving. I don't know, but anywho, America, you missed out on a treat that also happened in the 12th month of 2020. Two other people on this here podcast made an amazing project.
Oh, wow.
Give it up for the writer, producer, director, B. Anthony, who made a movie starring Cass. I wonder how that whole was directed now. Give it a shout out to them.
And you also have to thank Slim, because without Slim, we wouldn't have had the second half of the movie. So thank you, Slim.
No, listen, you guys, for those who don't know, you guys put on a phenomenal movie. Amazing. It was dope to see Cass in a whole different light. It was good to see Brian work his magic behind the scene. Very, very dope to watch that. Very, very proud of both you guys. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, kudos to you guys for trying something. Cass for trying something new. Brian, I know that's like you in your bag, but to see Cass, so the whole skit, the whole movie was brilliant. But the best part for me was when Cass did this here. When he did that, I was like, yeah.
No, wait. The funniest part about that part of the movie,
he edited that differently than the way I did it. I thought that was funny to me. I love the way you edited that in.
The funny part about that scene, though, and this is maybe I'm telling on myself. I don't know.
Who gives a fuck?
Okay, so when everyone saw that movie, they were like, "Oh yeah, no, that's definitely Brian." Now, to be fair, I have not put my middle finger up to a lot of people, which is not saying a lot. But everyone was like, "Yeah, we know that was you. Why would you make him do that?" Or and I'm like, first of all, if you knew him, that's like kindergarten level profane obscenities that he could possibly be doing. But like. Yeah, they felt bad for you, Cass, that I will force my bad behavior.
The funny part is,
little did they know.
The funny part is that Brian was like, "Yo, just be the little brother." And I was like, "All right, cool. That's what I'm gonna do. If I was a little brother in this moment, this is exactly what the fuck I would do." And so,
it was a lot of fun to shoot it. It was so. I'm going to release some of the behind the scene footage because there was a lot of stuff that happened. I may release clips here and there, but I think looking back on it, we laughed a lot. I didn't realize how much fun we had shooting it. And I will go on record as saying, because I really want him to understand how proud I am that he would make his debut with one of my pieces. So thank you, Cass. And I'm not just saying this. I really believe that this is just the launching pad for you as a thespian. So, yeah, keep going with it. And I wouldn't have put you on
some acting classes.
Say it again.
I'm signing up I did a mock audition for an acting class. I was like in the advanced one. Was not ready because those people in that advanced class was dope. And I was like, oh, I need some work here. I'm way too nervous. So I'm going to do like the character study class because Brian, my fellow light-skinned brother in the movie, he recommended me to the acting studio, so I'm gonna sign up for that and do those at the beginning of February.
And he just made a debut in a BET film, one of the Christmas movies. Yeah, and so I didn't even know he was doing that. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh God!" Well, I hope it's as good as I hope that he's proud of that moment as much as he was for being a part. But so far, everyone who was in it seemed to liked it. So yeah, stay tuned to the. I'm working on a slasher movie now, so.
Oh man.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool.
I want to hear what did what did Brown think of the movie? Because I know Brown's very opinionated.
I really do want to. I want to hear so here's the thing. As I was editing it, the only thing that I kept thinking about was whatever you do, don't make anything that looks like Zack Snyder. Like that. That's the only thing
I'm not going. Look. And this America and buying this is me. When my peoples make something, I'm only gonna have glowing things to say about it because y'all my peoples. You know what I'm saying? Unless it was some glaring bullshit where I'm like, and if that's the case, I'll tell you that off yeah, hey bro, nigga, what was that? What was that? You gotta do better than that. I commend it. I look forward to seeing more of the work. And it was really getting to see my brothers in different lights. Getting to see you do your craft as well as seeing Cass act in and do his part as well. And so my mind just kind of thought about what it was hard for me to fully enjoy because I'm like, I wonder how he did his production schedule. Whose house is this? Who's his location manager? All right, okay. Is this resource music that he got from on this scene that he did that? I'm like, this is how my mind is racing. Like, did he have a supervisor? Is he his own script supervisor? Why did he edit it like that? This is cool take on it. It's hard for me to really give you bam, bam, because this is what my eye is doing the whole time. But don't work because you did the shit. And I enjoyed the shit, and I
appreciate that.
I had to cut it off and be like, "Yo, my nigga, can we talk real quick?" I would have DM'd you already.
Well, knowing that, then I know you really liked it.
And I wouldn't have posted on my stories if I thought it was if my people's doing something whack. I'd be like, "Oh, help them, Jesus."
So. But kudos to Cass. I think hadn't I Cass really so Cass pulled on his dad hat and like he didn't yell at me, but he was like, what's the problem? And I was like, well, I'm still editing. He was like, gave me a deadline and he was like, it needs to be done by this day. And I'm like, are you stunning me right now? And
I was like, it wasn't sunning. It was just more like, fuck it,
I have the text messages. Don't make me expose you.
So
it doesn't sound like sunning. It doesn't sound like sunning because I have those same messages. It doesn't sound like sunning.
All right. So we definitely got to pause. B. Anthony, you got to tell the people out there in the Brodosphere all the credentials and stuff that they can find your work, where they can watch it, they can view it, where they can share it. Go ahead, do your part.
Sure. So you can go to banthonycg.com and the movie's right there. It's available on YouTube. You can just search for the B. Anthony Creative Group to watch the film. It's also available on my Instagram page at B. Anthony CG. It's also available on Cass's page as well if you want to watch it there. And yeah, YouTube, Facebook, all under the B. Anthony Creative Group. And the name of the film is My Empty Space. So,
and if you follow me, I have it on my Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. So just wanted to get it out there.
Yeah, thank you again, all of you, for playing a very intricate part into getting it done. And yeah, it's very special to do something like this. And I'm very honored to have the privilege of making films. So yeah.
Just can't wait to do a film with my Brodies.
Oh man, whenever B. Anthony writes it.
You want me to write it?
I'll help write, but I'm good with the short stuff. I'm not so good with the long stuff, you know.
Oh yeah,
well,
it doesn't be anything long. It could be like another 10-minute jump. So,
nigga, it gotta be like a house party, my nigga. If it ain't like a house party, I don't want to be there. It gotta be like house party or Friday. It gotta be one of them type shits.
Do you think a house party scenario could work in today's time?
We could do a COVID version of house party.
Oh,
how do you have the house party in Corona times? Everybody masked up in the house, sweating bullets. You got the one nigga that tried to sneak in without the mask.
So, B. Anthony, here's your pitch, and you can write it up, and we can work together. You can write about the initial formation of the Brodies, and it could be all housed at a Halloween party, and that's the God's honest truth. And there's your house party scenario. And Slim can be like, yo, man, he's cool. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? And that's
I'm not gonna lie. If we go with that version, I'm gonna need like the first 5 minutes because what I had to do to find his house, get there, walk up that hill, bro, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, so
wait.
Like, son, it was wild for me to find that house that night. Because she invited me.
And you were new to the area, so you were probably extra.
I was literally had no idea what the fuck I was. I was like, yo, if I get jumped tonight, it's on me. I'm stupid because I'm just walking around in some neighborhood. I go to the liquor store, do the drive-thru. I walk through the drive-thru like, yo, can I get a bottle? I don't want to go to this house awkward without something. And then I'm like, yo, where does he live? This is up a fucking hill going like a cul-de-sac type shit.
But you're from New York. I figured like...
It's different. Like with New York, there's lights. Like outside of New York, there's no street lights. So it's just me walking in the dark by like trees and stuff. And I'm like, son could jump out of me in a tree.
So this is what we got. Brian, you got the attention. You can see that the character of Brown, and we can go by our nicknames. Brown already having tension with Kaz, like who is this nigga? You can set it up that he really ruins the party, and Brown doesn't even want him in the party, and Slim has to be the mediator of like, nah, bro, he's cool, and it's cool, and then it causes conflict between me and Slim. I'm like, well, nigga, he's your problem. If he messes up the party, then you kicked out the house, and then he's gonna be like, no, you gonna kick me out the house just because of some nigga I barely know. I'm like, nigga, it's your responsibility. And then you got to ask all the conflict in there where we maybe try to holler at the same girl, and and then we have a dance contest. Nigga, I don't know.
So then, where does that leave Slim and I though in all this?
Well, you directed. You behind the camera, nigga. Slim the whole time. Slim is the mediator. He's the one that.
Slim is the one that like lets me into the house. I usually just start hanging out with him. He's trying to like let me know like that's Brown, that's this person, that's that person. They do this, they do that. Like he's like the person that just the jack of all trades. Like he just giving me the run. I'm like, all right, that's that. Go over there. And then Brown just come up drunk as shit. Yo,
we should feature who is it? Slim Black Ninja in the movie.
No,
I would love.
I have a funny story about Black Ninja. We get into that later. I got a funny story about Black Ninja.
So we already got a B plot where Slim trying to be the mediator. He decides to get some ice for the party, and when he leaves, not only does he run into Black Ninja, he runs into old girl talking about, "Hey, yo, Slim." Bam! It is working out, and it can be the Brodies movie right there, bro.
God!
It all be localized at one night in shenanigans.
Literally one night. It's literally
like
movie.
Like,
probably in movie time, it starts at like 10 and ends in like 2, but it's just one night.
It's
No,
shenanigans.
it's doable. All right. We'll work on it.
All right, so we got to get into the topic, America, about this wonderful 13th month of 2020. Because I don't know if I've been keeping your eyes on the screen, your ears to the streets, but the shit is popping because so the year started off okay. The 13th month started off okay. We had some expectations. Things were looking okay. And shout out to the Democratic Party. Once again, Black people pulled America from the brink of white supremacy. Once again, where Georgia elected its first Black senator ever. And we got to be like, wait a minute, Georgia, only they first, and clearly they have the third largest amount of Black people in America located in one spot, the third largest amount, and this is their first Black senator. And so that happened along with a Jewish man representing Georgia. I'm like, George, you're looking real progressive right now.
I just want to change my answer from a couple of episodes ago as far as what superhero power I want. Okay. I want whatever Stacey Abrams has, because the way that she is like doing everything that she's doing, you can't.
That's the person I want a conversation with.
She's amazing.
Yo, but Brian, remember when we talked about maybe 4 episodes ago when we talked about Mr. Trump and his main motivation is vengeance? Stacey Abrams is on the same shit. If y'all just let that woman be governor, it would be no 2 Democratic senators from Georgia. She was like, oh, y'all want to steal elections from people? I bet.
Say less. All right, I know what topic we on.
Why she put that draw 4 on the table and talk about the color blue? She went in that. Yeah, buddy. So shout out to that we might actually get them $2,000 stimulus checks. By we, I mean y'all, because I ain't seen the stimulus check yet. But yeah.
Just hope that
you ain't get the stimmy yet.
Nah,
my hope and prayer is that now that we have both the House and the Senate, that we don't do what we did back in was it 10 years ago when
Obama?
Yeah, I hope we really make good use of this.
The 2 years we got? Because niggas 2 years before that shit might.
Yeah, but I just hope that we learn from that moment. I'm prayerful that we'll learn from that, but it's an exciting time.
Biden just cut 10,000 of my student loans and we good.
Oh yeah, so that 10,000 coming. He say he want to do up to 50,000 on the student loans.
I'll take 50.
If that nigga did 50, I have no loans anymore. It's gone.
A third of my loans would be gone.
All of mine would be. Nigga, I only need about 15. If he just added another 5, I'd be good. I'd be like, all right, I'm done. Like, I just add a little 5 to that, I'm good. Like,
you put it on there. Like, it's going to help. It's going to help people and stimulate the economy and actually be able to compete and contribute to everything like that. So that was a big win because it also should show the power of Black people. And there's a lot of disenfranchised Black folk. Like Georgia, I don't know, goes out of its way to suppress the Black vote. But Stacey was like on there like, yo, they purged your name off the rolls, right? You need to go ahead and but Stacey, I just voted in November. Yeah. Georgia on some bullshit. You need to go ahead and re-register and go ahead and vote. Like Boosie voted for the first time in his life. Boosie badass went ahead and voted for the first time in his life for Raphael Warnock. Like, to know that more black people, they was like the percentage of the black vote was larger in this runoff election than it was for the 2020 election, which was crazy. Because a runoff, like Drake, a runoff, you want me to get out there and stand in line again for all that? And these white people are mad. Like, they stole the vote from us. Like, nah, nigga, y'all been stealing the vote for years. And we just decided to get hit to the game. Y'all established the rules, and we just trying to go off the rules you told us.
Yeah.
And y'all, like, no what white people do. We got a lot of sports fans here. You know why you can't do like 5-second violations and shit like that no more? Like, you can't just stand in the lane? Because people like Wilt Chamberlain, and they was like, this shit ain't fair. He just standing in the lane, and he just grabbed the ball and put it in the hoop. This shit is unfair. And it's like, okay, let's make a rule so Wilt Chamberlain.
Like, nigga, we need you to get out the lane a little bit because it's just unfair. Like, we need you to move. Like, you're going to be here for a few seconds and then go.
And that's what the black vote is.
So, Brian, what that rule is that if you stand under the basket, you only can do it. I figured it out. I used my
context clues. I got it.
Because if you do it longer than that, it's unfair. It's like you could just sit there. It's like, no, move, nigga, keep moving.
When you said Wilt Chamberlain in the lane, when my dad forced me to go to basketball camp, I remembered some things. So, thank you.
I love
you. Wait, you went to basketball camp?
Yes, and it's a funny story there, but I don't want to overtake Mr. Brown's segment. But all I'm going to say is that if you know that a fat person is playing on your team and, you know, that they're not totally comfortable with their body, please don't make them be skins on shirts versus skins. It is rude, it is disrespectful, and it is unnecessary. I will finish the story later, but my God, I don't even know who won the game that day. I just know that for the first time,
that coach is fucked up. That coach is rude.
Allegedly, that was the first time, you know, a group of guys saw boobs. I don't know. But I ran up and down that court. I don't even know. Ooh.
Wait, how old were you? That's the last thing I want to know.
When that happened, I was 14 or 15. And my dad was like, you know, this is good for you. And I'm like, no, it's not. I've never picked up. And why would you do this? Like,
no, it's not, Dad. If you knew me, Dad, I don't do this. Like, why am I doing it?
Very, very traumatizing. I'm sorry. I took it.
No, it's all good. It just like shows how like white people are constantly changing the rules. And not even white people, but the powers that be are constantly changing the rules when like black people try to exercise their right to vote, then they like, oh no, let's do something different. That's not cool. Let's do it like that. But yeah, we need someone like Stacey Abrams who's putting out the blueprint. So maybe the next time South Carolina, Alabama, and Texas can be a lot more close. Because like you gotta think about it.
I think what they represent is that you don't have to be someone, quote unquote, a major player in politics to make change the way that they're doing. And, you know, all it takes is for one person to be committed to the work. Mm-hmm. Because another thing that she did that I didn't even catch on to, I was talking to my friend, she went into those red zones and went after those black voters and was like, hey, you know, vote, whatever her speech was. And so she was really going into areas where people felt either disenfranchised or didn't even believe that they had the power to vote. So I think we need more people like that to really be committed to the work.
And hopefully, you know, the work that she's put in, the work that she's doing now and will continue to do, like Brian said, you want the next generation to catch that and keep that going because she has to lay down a solid foundation that you can change. You can change any state. If you vote, you speak well, you present yourself well, you tell the people what they need to hear and what can be done for them in the way that she's doing that. The future looks bright. It looks bright, but it takes everybody as a whole to come together and really take a stand. But shout out to her though, man. She is the real MVP of 2020, 2021. Like she's just that she's that dope. She's just that dope. Point blank.
Hey, yo, Slim.
What up?
What college did Stacey go to?
SUNY Albany.
Not SUNY Albany.
So we have the illustrious Spelman College.
And she did.
Paved the way for first black senator in Georgia who went to Morehouse College to be presided by a woman who graduated from Howard University. So for all you white, I don't know how many white college counselors we got who listen to our show. But all those who was like, why do you want to go to a HBCU? It's not the real world to be surrounded by a bunch of black people all the time. You're not going to get a good experience. Yum, 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 yum. My first thought was to say something very derogatory, but look,
I saw it coming. I knew what you were going to say. I'm going to text you what you were going to say, but
duck a sick. But look what HBCUs do. Like, it prepares you for the confidence because they want you to graduate and they're going to put in you as an investment. I know if I went to Clemson University, they wasn't going to invest in me to actually graduate and be a contributing force to the society. You know what I'm saying? Not investing like HBCU did, because I got a couple of homies that did graduate from Clemson University and everything like that. But look what HBCUs are doing out here in these streets. We are doing the thug thizzle, and we might become a president very, very soon. Never know. I'm not saying I'm wishing death on that man. I'm just saying this is very, very possible.
Too soon.
The probabilities are very, very big. So shout out to Georgia. I stayed up very, very late trying to see. Was on the edge of my seat, kind of figure out if they was gonna pull it off. But then when I realized when all the votes that was left was in Fulton and DeKalb and Cobb County, I'm like, that's Atlanta right there. I know. And like in like Savannah, I'm like, black people live in those places. Oh, it's looking bad.
Savannah's beautiful.
Yeah, like now it's pretty as Charleston. But anyway, I can't help myself. That's our ugly twin sister. Very, very similar cities, but different. And so the next day, I woke up like bright and early, trying to celebrate Warnock, celebrate Ossoff, and their victories. And lo and behold, the whites were at it again.
White people were white people-y.
So America, y'all should know if y'all listen to enough of these episodes. We reside in Washington, D.C. Brian is born and raised in Washington, D.C.
Hard to believe, but it's true.
Brian, can you tell me if you so happen to walk on the grass wrong around the Capitol, what would happen to you? You gotta let them know. You gotta say that stuff. You gotta let them know.
But didn't they actually shoot and kill somebody a couple of years ago for doing that?
Oh, in 2014.
Yeah. It's not so growing up here, that's just one of the things you don't cross any of those government heavily guarded buildings like the Capitol, like the White House, even the Pentagon. I think that was really the reality that I got because I used to work there. And the way that you move, they're very clear. If you cross this point, you will get dealt with,
You don't get a bullet, so
it's just very understood. And walking near the Capitol, again, for me at least, and again, I'm a different type of Washingtonian, but I took it seriously when I saw them standing outside the Capitol, just driving past it, knowing that if you go past this point, then you're subjecting yourself to whatever. So, yeah, not a game.
So in 2014, a woman who was going through some kind of psychotic break busts a U-turn around the Capitol, and correct me if I'm wrong. Those who were there, she like crashes her car into something, right?
I believe so.
And they lit her up. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Pow, 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 pow. Other than the one lady they shot, what was all the pow pows? and the pow-pows and the pow-pow-pow-pow-pows.
The funny part is, I just had my TV on CNN, and I was just sitting there going, so no, there's no guns. We forgot how to use our guns. Like, they forgot that they have them. I was just like,
So this is where the conversation gets interesting for me, because I've talked to friends who have either worked there or after the whole Black Lives Matter marches, from what I understand is for First Amendment events or First Amendment marches, they aren't allowed to use bullets or to attack in that regard. Now, I told my friend when they told me that, I said, well, that's pretty interesting, because all summer long and, all the other times we've marched, tanks,
I've been at those marches.
National Guard. I went to a prayer meeting on the freaking Lincoln Memorial. And as I'm walking down Constitution, all I see are tanks lined up. And then I'm watching soldiers, I'm not making this up, following me as I'm walking to a peaceful, non-threatening type of event. And so even that line of reasoning doesn't make sense to me. I don't, for me, that's the only part that I'm not understanding. Why didn't they shoot?
Niggas was letting off tear gas and rubber bullets and macing the shit out of people when every protest that I've been to in that area. So
the other thing I'm learning too is that because the president controls the National Guard or it can, that was the big part of it too, which leads to the whole idea that maybe
statehood.
That too.
So the mayor called the National Guard herself.
She very explicitly, when she did her press conference, she said that she wants that, given what just happened, because clearly the president didn't deem it necessary to call in the National Guard when all this was happening.
That's what I thought was funny when I saw that ticker come up, that the National Guards, the president doesn't want to call the National Guards. And I was like,
Mike Pence had to call him. Mike Pence had to call. All right, Negro, I got some thoughts.
I've been waiting for this.
Bear with me. I'm one to try to be very rational in my thinking, right? Right, guys? Right? Yeah.
For the most part.
And I'm not one to subscribe to conspiracy theories. But if I look at it from a logistical or logical brain of what I witnessed upon the television screen, the television, as the Hotep says, is telling lies to my vision. I don't know if y'all read that. You haven't talked to them Hoteps on the side of the street. It seems to me that it was an inside job. But Mr. Brown, you can't say it was an inside job. That means the cops were in on the plot. What is your evidence? Well, I'll tell you. What up there, B. Anthony? So I saw, with my brown eyes, niggas taking selfies with insurrectionists when they was pop, 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 and all those BLM protesters with the tear gas and the rubber bullets. And they was like, yo, nigga, go and take that picture with us. I also know that they was like, hey, where's Nancy Pelosi's office? And the guards was like, it's that way. Like, wait a minute, my nigga. So I'm also, I am born and raised in the state of South Carolina, where we have a congressman named Jim Clyburn. He's one of the oldest running congresspeople.
Shout out to Congressman Clyburn, legend.
He is a whip of the House of Representatives. His office is right next to the whip office, right next to the chambers. It has his name on it, Jim Clyburn's whip office. He don't really do work in the office because he got another office that's up on the third floor in the cut that don't got no names on it. How did these white people find this man's office on the third floor? It's still his personal laptop. I'm not saying that it was an inside job, but I'm saying it's an inside job. It seems kind of fishy. And someone needs to be held accountable that I've taken children to the Capitol on field trips and they were like, nah, you can't take a picture here. you have to move the kids. I'm like, but they're 7. They're not.
They're 7. They're not a threat.
Yeah, they was like, you got to move. So I don't know.
Don't forget the footage of the police officers actually moving the barriers and letting them in to the restricted areas.
One old woman down the stairs.
They helped the one old lady downstairs.
Yes. When I saw this, I literally was like, this shit has turned into Jumanji. It is Jumanji on the Capitol. It's Jumanji. Yeah. They rolled the dice and animals appeared. Jackals, hyenas, vultures, just a bunch of pirates just taking shit. That's what they look like. And then I thought to myself, I go, who the fuck is really in charge? Am I Jim Jones' voice? You know, who the fuck is in charge? Who the fuck is in charge? Like, that's what I said to TV. And what's crazy, I literally was in my meeting with my coach, my math coach, right? We're meeting. And he says, Gerard, turn the news on. I get up. I'm like, okay, turn the news on. And I see mayhem. And we both go, do you see this shit? I go, no, do you see this shit here? Like, shit was Jumanji. It was Jumanji in real life.
Yo,
I mean, you got voice style climbing the wall. Climbing the fucking
wall.
I said, what
I'm not gonna lie. If I have to bring this to an immature moment, when they put that as memes and they put like the Mario
Brothers.
Oh shit, yo, niggas look like Peter B. Parker out there scaling the wall.
I just want to know who the fuck is really in charge out there. That's all I want to know. I just want to know.
Yo, so
I just want to know the balls that you must have to be like, yo, I'm going to climb this knowing nothing's going to happen to me. I'm going to get help to get over.
They got a word for that, cast. It's called the Caucasity. The Caucasity of it all. That you know you can walk in that building and know nothing's going to happen to you. Caucasity. That's what it is. Because they walked in there knowing that the cops ain't going to hurt them. Because the cops are us. Like this is our capital, and I could do that. Did you know that the Confederate States of America never took over the capital of DC, but yet I'm watching a Confederate flag march through the Capitol? The Capitol hadn't been breached since 1814. Nigga, what? What the devil is going on to allow this kind of mayhem to happen? And someone brought up a point that, you know, past the cops, when the men in suits pull out their guns, them dudes ain't police officers. Them dudes ain't meant to de-escalate. Them dudes are meant to shoot to kill.
Shoot.
So when they pull their guns out, it's like, no, I'm not put on the same level of everybody else, because I'm here possibly to protect the president, Mike Pence, because we know this nigga's a goddamn crazy person in the White House. So I gotta protect Mike Pence. So when them boy had their guns drawn and old girl poked her head through, who was a goddamn Air Force vet, you were sworn to protect the country, the Constitution, and you're violating the Constitution with a violent insurrection, and you thought you wasn't gonna get popped. Did you see old girl who got sprayed with the mace? Elizabeth?
Yep.
From Knoxville?
Yo, they put her in the Animaniacs. Wait, did you see the video of the white woman who got punched in the face by the black cop?
Yeah.
I ain't seen that one.
So there's like, I think it's either that night, if it feels like it was that night, or it was at least at nighttime. Black female cop, she's like around a bunch of people. Nothing's escalating, but like they're around her, like doing protest shit. But like nobody's touching her. And this one white woman just like smushes her face. When I tell you, she got a 2-piece and a biscuit so fast. I'm gonna show you the video. She was leaking, and I was like, they was like, what happened? She was like, the Black Lives Matter. They beat me up, and everybody was like, no, you just got touch the cop, and she punched you in the face. That's what the fuck happened to you.
Like the Caucasity of it all. So let's go over. One lady got shot, and they said a lady got trampled after she was walking around with a flag that said, "Don't tread on me." The irony of it all. It was another dude. Listen to it. He was trying to like take something, and he managed to pull the trigger of this taser was in his pocket, And so he shocked himself in the balls, right? And he falls down. And the way he lands, he falls on the trigger, so he keeps the trigger engaged. And he shocks himself in the balls to the point that he has a heart attack and died. Nigga, you should have stayed home. All I'm saying.
Protesting ain't for everybody, man.
Did he really? Oh, no, I feel bad for laughing.
No, you should laugh.
Laugh. No, I'm not going to lie. This is the part where I knew my sense of humor is horrible. The U.S. Army vet that died, somebody said on Twitter that she came in flying JetBlue and left flying Spirit. And
yo, you missed the meme where she was like, yo, why she left her husband and children at home to run through the Capitol like Tomb Raider. And then someone put under that, and she found the tomb. oh, shit. So, America, I'm going to say like this, because we have been criticized. I have seen criticism that Black people need to chill. This is a very serious thing. You shouldn't be making all these jokes about it. But jokes and humor is a defense mechanism. Nigga, how do you think we've been making through America all this time? Even in the field, niggas was probably telling jokes and singing songs. You thought these songs was fun. Nigga, we telling jokes and songs, and they was like, oh, look how happy the slaves are. Nigga, we ain't happy. We laughing from crying. That's what we doing.
We just trying to get the best, make the most of this shit right now.
Yeah, silver linings. But it is curious. So I do say this, and y'all can say if I'm wrong. What we saw was treason, right?
Yes.
Is that a question?
Yeah, it is a question. That was treason that we witnessed, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that means last time I read about treason, I know that we ain't talked about treason since like Benedict Arnold and maybe like some other people, right? I know some other people done some treason since Benedict Arnold.
Tariq on power.
But ain't the penalties of treason death?
Supposed to be.
Last time I checked.
So far, only 2 people got them. So
I'm not going to say who it was, but I saw someone close to me was like, yeah, I don't believe in the death penalty, but it seemed like some of these people need to be in front of a firing squad. I'm like, oh, shit. You bring back the firing squad?
That's a brutal way to go out.
Yeah, but if the penalty for treason is death, so it seems to me, I'm not saying this person should die, but I'm pretty sure Donald Trump needs to go to prison for treason. Ted Cruz needs to go to prison for treason. That young freshman senator from Missouri, Holly, needs to go to prison for treason. And the 135 freaking representatives need to lose their job and go to prison for treason, since they're pretty much doing a coup d'etat and trying to overthrow democracy. Am I wrong about that?
Nope.
Because clearly you don't represent the government. Because how you going to do a fallacious argument that this election was fraudulent, but you ain't giving up your goddamn seat? How you going to be from Pennsylvania and say that the same election that voted you into power was fraudulent against the person that got into power for president? Like, you need to lose your job. That's all I'm saying. Not saying you should get the firing squad, but I don't think you should be representing America because you clearly don't care about America.
I think it shows the when you really buy into the disillusionment of it all and the lies, like not even the lie of, okay, the election was lost, but just the lie of the fact that, you know, because of my idea of what has happened, it gives me the right to act outside the law. And that comes from the top. And by the top, not only Donald Trump, but with all of the congressmen that you mentioned and senators, it's just, again, I forgot who said it. I think it was Vice President Biden, but it's just important that when the president says something, it means something. Like you have to really be mindful that when you are leading a country, that, you know, your influence, it carries more than you just affecting your base. And I think that's where, you know, I don't know. To buy into that lie is just crazy.
The caucasity of it all.
I would say this. Biden, I'm still not the biggest fan, but his last 2 press conferences, I guess I'll call them, or state, whatever, been pretty solid. I was like, okay.
Well, I mean, it's what at bare minimum, and this is the bare minimum. This is what an elected official
are so low that I'm just like, yeah, it's great, or I'm just it's really great.
I think it's deeper than rap now, because this is the first president I've seen. Even Obama ain't saying shit like this, where it was like, if black people had done this thing right here, they would have been massacred. I'm like, the president's saying that? Holy shit. He knows where his bread is buttered. If it was a bunch of Negroes in South Carolina, your ass would have been grass.
Yeah.
Now, we saved your buns on multiple occasions. We saved you in South Carolina. We saved you in Georgia. We saved you in Pennsylvania. We saved you in Wisconsin. We've been saving you behind. You know where your bread is buttered. And it's niggas like me who voted.
The niggas like me.
like, yo. And I appreciate that, to know that as much as America has damaged us, we still fight harder for democracy than the others out there who are actively out there trying to steal a vote. Like, Russia interfered in that 2016 election, but we wasn't like, let's go storm the Capitol. We was like, we need to put something.
We don't even get that privilege. That's the thing. That's not even an option for us.
If we would have stormed the Capitol, the caption on CNN would have said 20,000 people dead on the steps.
Massacre. And they would have left our bodies there. Think about that. It would have been an example.
They still would have been cleaning our bodies like today. Like, they would have got like the. So
it's crazy how this kind of works in this country. Is bought into this exceptionalism, but if you really want to do democracy, everybody's voice got to count, because really what you're trying to do is disenfranchise. This is where I'm going with my history lesson point, because they did this whole riot incident while they were certifying the electoral college vote, which I think is bullshit and it's racist, historical tidings, and everything like that. So I'm watching Teddy Cruz, who needs to lose his job. He needs to be impeached. He needs to be something.
He's a joke. He's a joke, man. He's a joke.
Worse than a joke, he's a bitch ass nigga. Worse than a joke, he's a bitch ass nigga, because Donald Trump said your wife is ugly, and your father shot JFK, and this nigga decided to put Donald Trump's whole balls in his mouth. I'm like, oh my God, Donnie's so great. I'm like, nah, that nigga dead to me. You ain't gonna insult my family and think this shit's cool.
Again, playing politics. They were trying to really secure whatever they think they can do in 2024 by playing to that base.
I hear what you say.
You talk about my wife. You got to catch these hands.
Yeah, I agree with you.
On site.
As a Southerner, I'm not voting for no bitch ass nigga. I don't care. Like, Romney ain't out there being no bitch ass nigga. He was like, I ain't like him then. I ain't like him now. Lady G out there's a bitch ass nigga too. Lady G, if y'all know, that's Lindsey Graham.
I was there. I got it.
Yeah. Lindsey, you's a bitch ass nigga too. Oh my God, he's a racist, a xenophobe. Oh, he's not a racist. He's not a xenophobe. Nah, nigga, you need to go. But you got 6 years. And it's about to come to you too. But let me go back. Teddy Cruz is up there talking about why we should object to the vote. He was like, a whole bunch of people feel that the election is fraudulent. And I've listened to these white people for years. I studied them. And they was like, we do not care about your feelings. What does the data say? What does the evidence say? 50 cases. And I could be wrong on the number. Might be 50, might be 60. But at least 50 cases were all thrown out by judges this man appointed himself. 50 cases. So who cares how you feel? There's no evidence to suggest that anything happened. And he was like, we need to do a council to kind of rectify these issues. So you're trying to disenfranchise the over 7 million more people who voted for Joe Biden than Donald Trump. Most of those black and brown people who helped push him over. You want to disfranchise my vote on a national level now? Because that's what they're saying. But he invoked the compromise of 1877. I don't know if y'all know. I got a history degree, so I'll inform y'all in America. The compromise of 1877 happened when Samuel Tilden got into a virtual electoral college tie with Rutherford B. Hayes. Rutherford B. Hayes being the Republican. Rutherford B. Hayes decided that if I become president, I will end Reconstruction. At that time, during Reconstruction, more black people were in federal government than any other time in America. We have never matched that time. Never, ever, ever. We were governors like Oscar Dunn, Lieutenant Governor of Louisiana. We were hearing rebels. We were senators. We were all these things. But because of Rutherford B. Hayes and his compromise with Samuel Tilden ended Reconstruction, what came next? Jim Crow. So this nigga is invoking a compromise that started Jim Crow laws that brutalized black people with no kind of help from the federal government. And this is what you want, Teddy Cruz? This time I'm going to say it, suck a dick. Suck a dick. I'm not even going to use no euphemism about it.
First time earlier, about 20 minutes ago. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like, come on. Teddy need to go. Like, because people feel that it was fraudulent. Nigga, we got proof. It's a whole report by Mueller that can put Donald Trump in prison right now that proves that Russia interfered in it and he had help with it. That's proof. And we wasn't like, yo, hey, nah, nigga, you can't be president no more. We went along with it. Like, fuck you, man.
What do you think? I've actually been waiting to have this conversation with you because I've been asking.
With me?
Yeah, because I'm always intrigued with your thoughts politically. Do you think this means that the Republican Party is either going to change drastically because of this, or is it going to be divided even more, or is it going to be done away with altogether?
I don't know, because white people never cease to amaze me at how much they want to hold on to white supremacy. And the fact that they're in this cult that advocates for their most base needs is going to be up to a bunch of sensible Americans and countrymen to make shit right. With that being said, if the 25th Amendment is not invoked to say that this man is not reasonable, of sound mind to go for president, I believe that he should be impeached. I don't know how y'all feel, but I think he should be impeached. And he can finally do something that no president has never done in the history of the United States. Be impeached twice. Like, shit, nigga, you should have chilled out the first time. Like you try to convince the Secretary of Georgia, be like, nah, nigga, can y'all get rid of about like 11,800 votes? Just 11,800. Just 11,800. Can you either get rid of or find 11,800 votes? And then you are the leader of an insurrection against the United States of America? Really? Is that what's real in the streets?
Someone said that for him to get impeached, while that is an option, they feel like the better option would be to let him not get impeached, so that if he does run again in 2024, that when he's going up against, let's say, Cruz or whomever is going to try, that'll create more conflict within the Republican Party, and then it'll force them to kind of like rip it down internally again.
That if you're impeached twice, and I got to get all the paperwork about it, but I believe if you're impeached twice, that means you cannot run. Because as long as this, he can win that Republican primary once again. But once you're impeached twice, you can no longer run for public office ever again for anything. That's one thing that happens with him being impeached twice. The second thing that happens, you no longer get that $200,000 pension that every president gets until they die. He no longer gets our tax money to furnish his lifestyle. The next thing that he loses that $1 million travel bonus that we give to all presidents, which I didn't know we was giving these niggas that amount of money. Jimmy, you better say yo white ass in Georgia and build them houses. You don't need to be traveling all over. You're 90-something years old. Stay where you are. Barack, you can stay your behind in D.C. and do what you need to do. You don't need to be spending all that money. Fourth thing, he loses the Secret Service detail. He no longer has that. He's no longer protected by a public security guard. You got to pay for your own security guard because former presidents are still liable to be threatened. So you lose that. So he loses that protection that's provided by the government with that impeachment, and he has a chance not to run for president again. We don't need his kind of crazy with the possibility of running again, and his ass needs to go to prison. But that's just me. Impeach the mother, and so we can start this new year, so we can finally move into 2021.
I hear you, but we shall see. But also, I wanted to run by you guys. Did you guys hear about the 22-year-old who did an interview about tackling the 14-year-old that stole her phone.
I saw that piece of crap last night. First of all, shout out to Gail.
Soho Karen.
I was mad that she had. I was like, me and her have the same hat on as she's doing this interview. I was like, could she at least take that hat off? I have that same hat.
Gail, the way Gail was looking at her, I was just...
You tackled a 14-year-old.
You tackled. That's it. There's nothing else that you need to say. You tackled a kid. And not only did you tackle him...
did not have your phone.
That clearly didn't have your phone. And then when she tried to excuse that, I'm like, ma'am.
I was like, you're stuttering every other... Just stop. Just shut up.
And then she tried to play the whole, I'm not a racist because I'm... I forgot whatever her race was, but I'm just
Anytime you say I'm not a racist, you're a racist.
The Caucasity of it all.
She's Puerto Rican. She's Puerto Rican.
Oh, ma'am. I know something about Puerto Ricans, and I know some of y'all can say nigga and some of y'all can't. We all know that. Fat Joe's Puerto Rican. He can say nigga. Jennifer Lopez, not so much. We learned that back in 1998. I know. I was there.
The way she says it, I know. I was there.
I'm real. The way you talk.
I'm not gonna lie. I remember when that first came out, and people were like, "Did she just say nigga like that? Like, how do we feel about this? Hey, do we just let this go? Whatever."
There's only one non-black person in recent memory that says the N-word on a regular basis. And I'm like, well, I guess that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And that is Daniel Hernandez himself, Mr. Tekashi 6ix9ine. I'm like, this nigga look like he's around a bunch of gang members. And he's just saying nigga. Ain't none of y'all gonna smack this nigga? All right, I guess he didn't kill some people. That's all. I guess he's vetted in the game, baby.
Like, we seen him do some shit, so like we could let him rock.
I watched this whole documentary during the break.
What did you? I was going to watch it, but I wasn't sure if I even wanted to give him the view.
I'm intrigued by any musical documentary, but yeah, it's a good, interesting view about him just going out of his way to get eyes on him. It's almost like he's a creation of social media, because he'll tell you that my music is trash, but my videos are going to be fire. And it was like, okay. and he just got caught up trying to get some
videos were colorful as hell, naked women, and they were just like, they were sexy to the eye. Like, you forget what you're listening to. It's like, oh, like the song itself is trash, but when you look at it visually, you're like, okay, it's a dope visual, but whatever. So
he did all that for the clout. Like, he is a cautionary tale of what happens when you chase the clout. Just like the Capitol riots, my nigga. Y'all going to jail. Y'all going to jail.
I meant they were like taking pictures, posing, like, they're gonna use that to like find you, right? Like,
oh, so many people lost jobs already.
Yeah. Like, why? Like, you think your employer's just gonna be like, yo, that's cool. We just gonna let that rock. Even if I agree with you, I can't do that.
The caucasity of it all.
CNN was interviewing one guy. He's like, I'm supposed to be at work. I'm like, damn, man. They see this. You're gonna be fired the next day, my man. Like,
yo, like, they just doing shit, man. And I want white people to know, like, black people don't want to be talking this race shit with y'all forever. We want racism to die so we can talk about some other shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like racism doesn't affect my life on a regular basis. I do want to tell all the white America racism, but I do keep my eye open for it all the time, just in case so I can act accordingly. But I ain't thinking about it actively. But it's almost like muscle memory at this point. Like,
like, you hear something, you be like, huh?
Like one of them damn deers in the lights. What's going on? What's going on? What's popping slime?
Like, what'd you say? How do you feel about this? Okay. And then you just slowly walk like, okay, tread lightly with this motherfucker.
Yeah. Man, because even the Caucasity of all, you got, going back to the Capitol riots, that some of those members of Congress were still like, hey, I know we just had a violent insurrection where people have died. I still oppose the vote. I'm like, nigga, really? Can we just...
And that was just like, dude.
That also got me mad in Trump's little speech. I was like, how are you going to try to tell people, yo, please stop this, but also the election is still rigged? I was like, nigga, not the time
Don't
for this
forget
right
to
now.
say I love you. He said
The I
love
love you part was like, why? What? No.
A president should never say that. It's weird. I feel weird now. But
oh my goodness. Caucasity.
I'm just stuck at the part where they're just the fact that they got past the guards and like flooded at one time. I've never seen anything like that.
It was also weird to me that as they were like walking around in the actual Capitol, it was like weird. It's like they were like in a nice single formation.
Single file,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, if you're protesting and rioting, I feel like you should just be like, I don't know. I was just like,
they don't even riot properly. I
felt like the security guards were just like, all right, stay in a single line as you get in. Okay, yep, you could break that. Go break that. Just stay in the form. Because I was like, if I were to riot like that, I'm not in a single line. I'm mayhem, anarchy. I'm trying to break shit. I want you to feel my wrath. And they were just walking nicely, taking pictures. Hey, security guard.
And the replacing the American flag with Trump's flag, the Confederate flag made its, presence known. It was just one of those moments where it's just like, the more I say it, the caucasity of it all. That's
really it.
Yeah, it was just very, very wrong.
And then also the fact that he said he's not going to show up to Biden's inauguration, which I'm like, nobody wants you there. But I'm also really worried about that day now. Like, I'm just really...
Oh, no. They got to have security out the wazoo because they've already posted it on social media that they're going to be in the Capitol around that time as well. So speaking of social media, nigga got banned for life. Nigga, how you get banned for life from Twitter?
Nigga gonna have a burner account now. Watch. He gonna get on his Kevin Durant.
No, they've been cut. He's been trying that. And every time he creates one, he gets like... They kick him out. It is the funniest thing. I kid you not. I just saw I'm trying to find the article. Allegedly, they banned him off of Pornhub or something like that. I don't know
how you get banned off of Pornhub. That's funny. Nigga
he was gonna post videos like, nigga, I know you want to slapping, but I'm here. I got Stormy Daniels in the wings, and I wanted to talk to you about.
Oh God.
Oh, it's crazy because actually, like, multiple sites have banned him. Like Twitter's banning him, Facebook's gonna ban him,
Instagram. I think Instagram is.
Yeah, Snapchat. Like them boy banned him from Pinterest. Nigga, what was you about to put on Pinterest?
It's not a game. Like, they are done.
How to properly protest and riot by Donald Trump.
Yeah, this shit is crazy. He's gone to the point where he was like, nah, you are a dangerous insurrectionist, and you don't need a platform. Yeah. But he's trying to buy his own platform, and I'm kind of contemplating whether or not I should buy stock in it just in case. Hey, look.
Do you feel? Last question, because I know we're going over, but the last question I wanted to ask you, because I was really excited to talk to you about this. I was excited to talk to everyone, but I just really wanted to get like Brown's mind on it. Do you feel sorry for Pence at all?
So if I sleep,
Slim is like, no.
if I sleep with a prostitute and I catch an STD, are you gonna be upset? Are you gonna be feeling bad for me? Because that's essentially what happened. If I sleep with a prostitute,
I want to meme Slim's face so bad right now. That is the best.
I mean,
face.
I would feel bad for you. I just wouldn't like really care because I'd be like, you did that to yourself. Like, I'd feel bad because just like the act of having
Look at Slim.
Like the act of it, I'd be like, yo, that's crazy. But I'm gonna like keep it moving. I'm not gonna like I give you like 3 seconds. I give you 3 seconds of a yo, that's crazy, and I'm out.
Oh man, nigga, she burned me. Nigga, you really concerned about my well-being?
No, I'm not concerned. I just feel bad that
before you took it.
Yeah.
If I go outside tonight and drive down Central Avenue and I pick something up and I catch something, I knew the job was ending before I took it. I knew the cause. I knew that, hey, some might catch something.
All I'm saying is that I understand. You knew the job was dangerous when you took it. I don't feel bad. I'm just going to say, like, damn, that sucks. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that at least.
Okay.
I'm going to be like, yeah, that sucks.
We should let it go.
I don't care. But I'm going to be like, yeah, that sucks. That's cool. Like,
I drive down Pennsylvania. I drive down Central Avenue tonight. I see a chick making her booty clap butterflies. I'm intrigued by butterflies, but I know that She said, "Hey, Slim, I got something," and I still decide to dive in. That's my fault. I hope y'all don't feel bad for me.
It is your fault. The situation. Okay, maybe it's the situation. I'm like, yo, that sucks. But do I care? No.
It's okay. Just let it go.
Before we end, Wednesday, I'm bringing up Ninja Man. Wednesday, right? And all of Jumanji is happening, right? Jumanji is turning into shit. It's jackals, hyenas, pirates, everyone in the Capitol. I was like, you know what? Let me grab something to eat real quick. Get something to eat. Kind of get out the house for a quick second. Go to the gas station. Let me get 5 on 20. Grab some snacks. I get outside. I got my mask on. I'm just chilling. I hear, yo, you see that shit outside? Already. I turn around. It's Ninja Man. This fool. let me tell you what I see. This fool got on fatigue, sweatpants, and a hoodie with the black marker makeup on, trying to camouflage.
Rambo?
I go pretty much like a black Rambo. I said, yo, Ninja Man, what's going on? He said, man, I'm getting ready to fuck some people up. I said, yo, what you mean you gonna fuck some people up? I said, man, I'm taking my bike, I'm getting on the metro, and I'm gonna put some work in. I said, Ninja Man, listen, man, you outnumbered. They don't do like my backpack. I said, well, what's in the damn backpack then? Now I'm intrigued. So he comes around, he opened the backpack. This fool got rocks, stones, like a goddamn slingshot. I say, this ain't David and Goliath. You about to knock down the whole Senate with this? He said, man, I'm going down there. Wish me well. I ain't seen Ninja Man since Wednesday. If I get a hold of Ninja Man before then, I'll let you guys know. But Ninja Man had an agenda. Wednesday, I don't know if he made it.
Nigga had a slingshot.
A slingshot, man. I was like, this is wild shit, man. This is some wild shit, Ninja Man.
I can see him in the bushes just like pop, pop.
But what made me mad though, how he came around the bushes and found he saw me. I feel like he has a tracker on me. Come pumping fast, minding my business. I hear, you see that shit outside? I was like, yo, that's Ninja Man voice. I already know who that is.
Wait, but do you call him Ninja Man?
Yeah, Ninja Man had an agenda on Wednesday, man. I don't know.
No, but when you talk to him, what do you call him? Does he know he's Ninja Man?
Yeah, I call him Ninja Man. I call him Ninja Man.
So, out of curiosity, when he appears, does he really bleed out of the darkness, or is it just
he come out the woodworks? I don't know where he be at. I'm always aware of my surroundings. He's like, yo, you see that shit? I'm like, yo, I already know that voice. Now it's mad people getting gas. Everybody turning around looking. I was like, yo, I know this is already this Ninja Man, and he was trying to
throw a smoke pellet. That nigga throw a smoke pellet and pop out the shadows. I am the terror that flaps in the night, nigga.
He just
Ninja Man.
He's just everywhere. I was like, yo, Ninja Man, you gotta relax, man. You gotta chill out, man. I was like, it ain't worth it.
Man, so America, this has been amazing. First week of the 13th month of January, 13th month of 2020. Oh man, we look forward. Hopefully, the world will get a little bit better. But we're gonna leave you with the thoughts that, that joy will come in the morning. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna go with the scripture. Joy will come in the morning. I don't know if morning is spelled M-O-R-N-I-G or M-O-U-R-N-I-G. Joy will come.
We'll go on the M-O-R-N.
Yeah. We just in a long ass night right now.
Oh God, that was some funny stuff.
Winter is coming. It's a long ass night, and we gonna make it through.
Winter is coming. Brown. Spring is coming.
Slim.
Cass.
B. Anthony.
And we are
the Brodies.
Not this year.
I mean, we're in the same year technically, so I can still get the same shit off. Technically, still 2020 in my heart.
Oh man.